and welcome back to my channel. So I have been back from holiday a little under 2 weeks, but I have been so busy, so I'm really annoyed that I haven't been able to film a video sooner with more of a tan. I still do have quite a good tan, but you can't really see that on camera and it's quite annoying. I'm really annoyed my tan's going. But yeah, I've got some videos in mind that I want to film that is surrounding my tan and how pale I normally am, and I'm really excited to film this as well because I have a tan. So yeah, I'm really excited. This is going to be my August monthly inspired video, if you haven't already been able to tell by the title of the video itself. And basically, because my birthday is in August, what I'm going to do is do the makeup that I did for my birthday. And if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen that it was this really gorgeous blue sparkly eye look. I'm going to try and keep it as close to using the same products that I used on the actual day. There's a couple that might have changed slightly due to either forgetting what I used or it not being available to me currently. However, I've got alternatives that I can use in place of those. So we're just going to jump right in and get started, and we're going to start with the eyes. As you can see, I have just quickly done my brows and primed my lids. I've just used the foundation that I'm going to be wearing today as the eye primer, and I will just quickly jump into the shadows. So this isn't my first look, and neither was it on my birthday using the Jaclyn Hill palette. I was using it basically every day during my holiday because it was the only palette I had, and I've practically been using this palette, only this palette, for like every day since I actually got it. As you can see, it is well used, and especially even on the inside. Now I kept the little cellophane thing that comes with it on the inside just to kind of help protect the shadows, but that is, I don't know if you can tell, I'll put it up here. That's quite dirty, and so's my palette itself. I mean, you can't really tell, it looks worse in person than it does on camera, but yes, so we will be using this today. Now, shockingly enough, we will actually be using another palette as well, but we're gonna just use this mostly. So, I don't know the shade names. So I totally forgot this little card with all the shade names on it, so I had to quickly go and get it. But we're first going to be taking a little bit of Silk Cream and MFEO. And I'm just going to be taking this on a Morphe M441 brush. And I'm just going to swirl this on the outer corner, bring it up higher than the crease. And this is just going to be our transition shade. I'm now using more of MFEO rather than Silk Cream due to my tanned eyelids. But when I go into the other eye, I'm going to use both, and then I'll go more in with MFEO. I am now going to go into Putter, which is just the shade below Silk Cream, and I use this shade quite a lot. It's just a really good like transition shade. So I'm just going to deepen up what we did before. I'm not going to use a lot of this though, because I just need this as a transition. I don't want this to kind of really show through. So now that we've done that, I'm going to go into my NYX Ultimate palette. Obviously this is the Brights one because it's the really super colourful one. And I got these brushes for my birthday, and they're like kind of Harry Potter wand, and there's also ones that are just normal kind of wizardy magic wands. So there are two different sets, and I'm just going to take this one here. It's just like a kind of long, kind of fluffy blending brush, and it's kind of a good size kind of for the crease. And I'm just going to take it into this kind of light blue shade here, and I'm just going to swirl it down, and then I'm just going to pack it again on the outer corner and basically do what we did before and just bring it into the crease. Now this is my first time using this particular brush out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that I've got. But the other ones that I've tried have been really nice and like really soft, but really good at kind of blending out or kind of placing the product down. So we'll see how this one goes. Now we're not going to take this blue as high as we took the browns, but we do want it to kind of peek through when we put the glitter down. So we are going to pack this on, make it really bright, and take it up a little bit high, but not tons. Now because this eye look is so colour focused, especially bright colours, you could easily put like a white eyeshadow base in instead of just using foundation or a normal eye primer, and that'll help just bring out the colours. And then I'm going to go back in with the same brush that I used before with no extra product on, just what was on the brush before, and I'm going to lightly blend over that. Now, using, what brush do I want to use? Using a M139 brush from Morphe, I'm going to take this kind of slightly darker, odd blue shade here, and I'm just again packing that in just to kind of deepen that up a wee bit. We're not wanting as much on with this colour. And then with a Morphe B42 brush, I'm going to go back into the Jaclyn Hill palette, and we're going to take Twerk, which is this dark blue shade here, which has actually got a very purpley undertone actually. So sometimes it looks purple, but it is actually blue. And I'm just going to now, I'm not taking this anywhere near as high as the other blues. This is just to help when we pack this on the lid, just to kind of help blend it out a bit. Because then we're going to take that brush that we used before, just to kind of blend that out. So now I'm going to take a flat packing brush. I'm just going to use one from this one day set that I have. Okay, I'm going to try it one way first because I can't remember how I did it on my birthday. Okay, so what I did is I used this brush and used it in Twerk, the blue shade, dry, and then I sprayed it with MAC Fix Plus, which is, oh my god, spectacular. So that's quite wet, so I'm just going to let it dry for a little bit and then I'm going to pack it on. Okay. So it's not too bad. This brush is still wet, so I'm going to see what it feels like now going in with some fresh product on the other eye. Yeah, okay, so the way before worked better. You use it dry and then you spray it with the Fix Plus. I think that was better. So that's 2 layers of the product, that's 1 layer of the product. And I've only sprayed my brush once. So now that that is all done, I'm going to go into, if I can find it, where is it gone? The B42 again with some of that dark blue, and I'm just going to run that over the edge. And then I'm going to get the M139 with just whatever blue is left on it from before. If you feel the need to, go back in with a little bit more of that kind of light blue just to help kind of brighten it up a bit. And that's what I'm going to do here. So with the brush that we used to pack on Twerk, I'm going to use this brush again, and I'm just going to put a little bit of the NYX glitter primer on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to get quite a bit of product, and I'm just going to place this all over where the dark blue is. It has suddenly gotten very windy outside, so if you can hear it, I'm really sorry. And then I'm going to take the NYX Glitter Brilliance in the shade blue. I think it's just called blue, to be honest. Yeah, just called blue. And I just like to put quite a bit in this in the lid. Just use the same brush. I am now going to take a minute to clean my fresh piercings. I got some new piercings done yesterday at Devil's Scribe Tattoo and Piercings, and it was my best friend in the whole entire world that did them. It was a triple helix and she did them for me, and this really hurts because I know that sounds dodgy, oh my best friend pierced me, but actually she's a professional, that's what she does as her job, she works there, so and I am so proud of her. I will link her Instagram down below so you can see the work that she does. See the work that she does and see how good she is and whatnot. That's still a bit tender. Okay, so to hide the lash band and things like that, I'm just going to take a black liner. I used the gel liner before, but I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in my makeup bag and I can't be bothered to rummage. So I'm just going to use my Too Faced sketch marker just to create a really thin line just along my lashes. And you know me, I tend to leave mascara and all that jazz till the very end. So just one quick wipe to make sure all the glitter and whatnot is from our face. And then I'm going to jump in to face. So I'm just going to be using my NYX Green Primer for this look. Now my favourite foundation is the No. 7 Beautifully Matte Foundation. And I am literally the lightest shade these do, which is called Calico. And when I got back from my holiday, I was like, right, I literally have got one foundation that matches my skin. And it's crap. It was, I think it was a Body Shop one, and to be honest, it was nice, it matched my foundation, but then when you layered things on top of it, like even when you set it with powder, like the contour and stuff, it just took away and it was all patchy and stuff. So I was like, right, no, I'm going to go to No. 7, get my really, really nice foundation, but in my shade. So I've got two different shades. I've got Deeply Ivory, because that's the first one I bought, and then I was actually like, no, sometimes I need wheat. So I've actually gone quite a fair bit up. From Calico to wheat. I think wheat is definitely one of the highest they do. If it's not the second last, it's maybe the third last. I'll need to check that. But yeah, so I'm going to be using wheat today, which actually, yeah, I'm going to use wheat. And this isn't the Beautifully Matte, this is the Beautifully Matte Light. And the only difference is that the Beautifully Matte's medium to full, this is light to medium, but they are both super matte foundations. And I absolutely love it. I'm quite annoyed though because I don't look that tanned on camera, but when I'm looking in the mirror I can just see how tanned I am. And if I were to get my other foundation out, then you'll probably see it as well, because that's quite light. I am actually going to take just a little bit of Deeply Ivory, which is slightly lighter, just a little bit. And I'm just going to place this on my neck, just going to help blend it in, because my chest is really dark, my shoulders and not my arms, but my neck is not so much, so just going to use a little bit of that just to help blend it in. And the concealer that I'm going to be using today is just the No. 7 Match Made Concealer in the shade Deeply Ivory. Just this little concealer stick thing. And then obviously setting that with the RCMA No Colour Powder. I have a really bad habit of thinking that when I'm editing you need to see everything that I do. Obviously apart from the bits that's in between of getting products and getting brushes. But I feel like the whole putting the stuff on my face, I feel like every step of that you need to see, and you don't. You just need to see the important bits. But because I'm so new to this and I don't know how to organise it, I suppose, I just put all of it in there, and that's making my videos really long. So I'm going to try and get better at editing, and hopefully that way I can include more but less, if that makes sense. So I used a Benefit bronzer. I used the Hoola and the Hoola Light to kind of bronze up my face. I don't have that, so I'm going to just go into my Chocolate Soleil bronzer in my Too Faced palette. Because I kind of want a bronzy look rather than kind of contoured. But I will use my contour to do my nose, because I don't like using bronzers to contour my nose. I think it just looks a bit weird. I'm going to go into my Dandelion blush. Yeah, Dandelion blush, yeah. Getting my L's and my R's mixed up with that word. Okay, so I am now going to go into my Mary Luminizer by the BAM and my favourite highlighting brush, Morphe M510. What's really good about this highlighter, couldn't think of the word, is it really suits me when I'm really fair, but it's also really good for just now being tanned. So it's not showing up being really light on my face or anything. And because it's golden, it just goes with the kind of tanned look very well. If anyone tells you there is such a thing as too much highlighter, they're wrong. I'm going to zoom you back on in to finish off the eyes. So I'm just going to miss out Silk Cream, and I'm just going to go straight into MFEO in the Jaclyn Hill palette. And I'm just going to run this quite far down. I'm going to even connect it up here as well. It is so windy outside, so if you can hear that, I'm really sorry. I'm now going to do the exact same with Pooter. And then using the Morphe B42, I'm going to take the light blue shade from the NYX palette, and I'm going to do the exact same, just not take it down as far. And I'm going to use the Makeup Geek Full Spectrum Eyeliner in the shade Colbert, and I'm going to use this on the upper and lower tightline, waterliney area. I don't know what it's called. And I'm going to set that in place using Twerk. And then mascara, my trusty Telescopic and Skinny. Now when doing the mascara or the eyeliner, if you've had any glitter that's been on your eyelashes without you knowing it, it will fall onto your face. So just get a little brush and just wrap it away. And for my lashes, I am going to be using the Shop Styla lashes in the style Harlow. And to finish off this look, I am going to go for a nude lip. This is the Bare Minerals, I don't know what it's called, it's like a liquid lipstick type of thing, but it's a different formula. I find it to be quite moussey. And anyway, this is in the shade Infamous. I have actually been obsessed with this lipstick. since I bought it in the airport on the way to Alicante. The colour is just absolutely phenomenal. And the formula is really intriguing. It's a liquid lipstick, but it's not like Colourpop or ABH or Kat Von D. It's really soft and creamy and moussey. So it just kind of glides on, and it does dry matte, but it's not. Again, when you've got a liquid lipstick on, no matter what the formula is, you can't rub your lips together. With this you can. It doesn't take the product off at all. It is really long wearing. I wouldn't say it's as, actually no, I would actually. I would say it's long wearing as the liquid lipsticks. The amount of times I wore this on holiday and me and my mum went out to food and I was like, do I need to redo my lipstick? No, I don't. I felt like I did, but I didn't. And even when I didn't, I still put more on. And I could just layer it on top of this and it didn't look cakey, it didn't go all minging or anything like that, because I know with liquid lipsticks, if you want to reapply it, even just for this really small bit in the centre, you need to take off your whole lipstick to reapply it. But with this it doesn't, you just layer it on top and it looks phenomenal. It doesn't dry your lips out. Even with non-drying liquid lips, I feel like after a while they still dry your lips out. This just feels so comfortable. And it's just basically a whole nude line. You've got different shades of nudes, different darknesses of nudes as well. This is the only one of the collection that I've got, and I will definitely be buying more because I just absolutely love it. I find it really difficult to find a good nude shade for my skin as well, and this has been working fair and tanned. I absolutely love it to the hilt. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And then finally, the holy grail of all products, MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus Setting Spray. I cannot go on about how much this is a miracle worker. I took a NYX setting spray with me as it was the only one that I had. I found this in the airport and bought it. Literally used it every day. In Alicante, well not in Alicante, in Benidorm rather. Literally, you sweat all the time. Even on a night it's still like 28 to 30 degrees and it's quite humid, so I mean it's more bearable during the night, but you still get really hot, you still really sweat. And I was using this every day, and even though you could kind of see the sweat and the dewiness that brought with it through my makeup, you couldn't, my makeup was still on. It was like sealing the makeup in through all the sweat and mingy oiliness. So at the end of the day, when I got back into my hotel room, I could see that I had been dabbing my makeup, like dabbing the sweat, and that's maybe what caused it to come off, if it did come off, because even then it didn't. And it basically was like super glue. Whew, through all the heat and the sweat. But this is absolutely amazing. I will always continue to use this product. I love it to the highest of hills. It's spectacular, absolutely spectacular. And I'm leaving my hair in this mess that it is, but this is the finished look. I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and hopefully I will have edited it in some way that is pleasing to the audience. I'm trying to get better at editing, and sometimes I think I do well and then other times I'm like eh. But anyway, this is the finished look. I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. When I was actually wearing this look, I obviously, you will have seen hopefully that I was wearing blue. I'm not wearing blue just now, but it doesn't matter. But I absolutely love it. It's just so bold and sparkly and it's so colourful. And I absolutely love it, and I hope that you did too, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!